What is up, everybody? Busy little bee back here. I've tried a few times now to make this intro, and my dog is not cooperating. I wanted to make another video regarding Breezy because a lot of people do not see what I see, and I'm trying to give a little more background as to why I feel the way I do. I did support her in the beginning. I supported her when she came out with this particular video we're about to watch together. And then I saw her continue to drag it on and on and on as long as she wanted to get views and sympathy and money. This woman, when Foodie Booty was doing, when all the reaction channels were planning a Foodie Booty blackout in July, I believe it was, the end of July. This woman had a fucking meltdown, folks. She had a meltdown. Like, how am I gonna make money? She was tripping. She asked her viewers for money. It is not difficult to go get a fucking job, especially when your child's old enough to be in school. What do you, instead of going and doing something that, I don't know, even if you were a barista at Starbucks, bro, you would be doing such better things. Your mental health would probably be better. And then maybe you would stop victimizing yourself on the goddamn internet. Huh? Maybe? Maybe? Alright, so I got this video at 1.5 because I can't listen to her fucking victim shit for too long. So, we're gonna go ahead and watch this. I'm gonna try not to stop it as much as possible and save my thoughts for the end. So, I hope I could stick to that. Alright, let's watch.
Hey you guys, my heart's pounding, I'm sweaty, I've been crying, I'm not gonna lie, but you know what, I'm tired of Ryan Moody slash GORLICBREAD holding things over my head. I'm tired of him threatening me. Now he's coming after my sister, and he's been calling her nonstop. I think the last call was like 10 minutes ago, sending her a bunch of texts, which I'm gonna share some of them with you. Basically threatening me, trying to silence me, trying to get a hold of my sister because he's blocked everywhere on my phone, anywhere he could possibly be blocked. All of his burner numbers that he tried calling me on blocked, everything. I will be going to the police station tomorrow, and I believe my sister will be going too, because she's not involved in this, and he has no right to keep calling her, texting her. Her attention needs to be 100% on her son at all times. So I'm going to read this community post I made, and I'm going to elaborate on some things, and then I will be going on a panel with Yo Mama. Okay, so trigger warning, this is a lot. Skip if you need to. Ryan Moody is now calling my sister nonstop. My sister is busy with a special needs son, and he won't let up. Whew. He is harassing my whole family now. He doxed me, then deleted the video. Remember the video he made apologizing to me for 2.5 seconds and nobody knew that my name was Jennifer? Surprise, it's Jennifer. He said my name. Nobody else on here had known that. I had always gone by Breezy to protect myself a little bit, you know?
Alright, I had to jump in here because I want to explain that doxing by saying someone's name is Jennifer, someone's first name is not, that's not doxing. But second of all, she had GoFundMe's up. She had plenty that had her name down as Jenny with her last initial, and I'm being respectful by not saying it. You better appreciate that, bitch. Alright, let's keep going.
He said my name. Nobody else on here had known that. I had always gone by Breezy to protect myself a little bit, you know? So then he deleted that video. He shared private texts, then deleted the video. I'm going to address that Luis situation. I do believe Ryan is Luis, but I had found out, okay, he used to fall asleep with me on the phone all the time. And then, like, after a few minutes of him snoring, I would hang up and assume he was asleep. I'd go into certain people's chats that I knew he had crushes on. Like, I knew, I think he still talks to a certain creator. I'm just going to say it. Nobody else that I name, I'm coming for you. I'm just saying what he told me. Like, he said he was close to Kaya Simons, and so he'd pretend to be asleep. I'd see him in her chat. Like, certain things would, like, Jessica, he would swear to me up and down, she doesn't even have socials. How on earth would I get in contact with her? We'd fall asleep on the phone. I'd see him in there. I remember one time I called him as soon as I saw him. I was like, "You're in her chat," and he was like, "No, that's a fake GORLICBREAD. Are you stupid? Like, you know who I am? Of course, people are gonna make accounts pretending to be me." He did that a few times, and one of the times I got smart and clicked on it, and it was really him. He got mad at me for that. He didn't talk to me for 3 days. I'll get more into that later. He did this like form of punishment, where I would do something wrong when I really didn't do something wrong, and he would ice me out for 3 days.
Okay, cool. He didn't talk to you for 3 days because he was being a lowdown bitch and got caught being a lowdown bitch. What did you do during those 3 days when he wouldn't talk to you? Did you blow him up? Did you threaten him? Did you threaten to out him to people who didn't know he had a YouTube? Did you threaten to out him to both communities he was in, the Madden community as well as the Girl World community? Because that was dirt that you felt you had on him? Is that what you did? Or were you just a nice girl and just left him alone? Because that doesn't seem to me to be who you are. All right, let's continue.
Mind you, this man had me convinced we were buying a house together. First, he wanted me to buy a house with his mom because his mom needed to leave her boyfriend.
Gotta break in again. So he convinced you. I'm sorry. Are you 39 years old? 39, almost 40. Are you a grown woman? Are you a mother? Do you have to make responsible decisions, not just for yourself as a grown woman, but for your 10-year-old daughter? Do you think you should maybe be responsible about what you're planning with a man you've never met in your whole life? A man that you have known for a few weeks on the internet that you are engaged to without a ring, by the way? Like, he didn't convince you. You are trying to make yourself look like a goddamn victim, and this is what pisses me off. You're not a fucking victim. You're just someone who makes bad decisions and then blames other people for convincing you. It's so dumb, bro. Grow the fuck up. All right, let's continue.
Whatever. And he wanted me to buy a house with her because he couldn't afford another house or something. It was so confusing. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm so upset right now. He shared, the Louise thing. So I think that's him because when I started finding out about all these people, and then a few times he would get mad at like Troll Detective. I know he's got mad at you and Mama once, Meandering Thoughts. And he's like the kind of person who says things and like makes threats and I don't know. And sometimes it was scary. And so when I caught him and he iced me out and all this stuff, I'm like, I can tell everybody what you're saying and doing. I'm going to be honest about that. Like, I could warn people what you're saying. Like, there's so many times he told me he was going to, like, destroy somebody's life because they made a video about him. So I have all this stuff, Ryan, you know? Like, so many times I wanted to warn people about him, too, because I felt stuck in this situation with him. This is so hard. Have you ever been played and, you know, you got your heart like broken, you knew somebody was cheating, and so it's like you're doing all this and you're lying to me. Well, I'm going to tell somebody to see if they think it the same way too, you know?
Yeah,
He made such a big deal about the Louise thing, even though he knew, like, I'm not.
I'm sorry. I got so angry, but yeah, that was the kind of shit I pulled when I was 15, maybe 20. You know what I mean? If someone I feel is not being real with me at my age and I am around her age, I don't know. I would break up with him or, you know, walk the fuck away. If he's not being honest with me, I'm not gonna try to talk to other people to get them on my side or to see what I see or whatever the fuck. I don't need anybody else's opinions on my life or my relationship to guide me. You know what I mean? And I don't see where she's coming from with that. That's crazy. That's straight up this girl. All right, let's get back to it. I apologize.
Like, I'm not one of those people who expose people. Like, I react to Chantel, but I'm not going around digging, like, oh, did you know so and so might be real? Like, I'm not interested in that. But, anyways, I remember one of the times after he got exposed and he was calling me, threatening me with a gun to his head. I said the Luis account was taken down, and he was like, "Oh, that's because I got the authorities involved and they took the account down." I don't think so. I think it's because he went away. Nobody wanted to watch his channel anymore, so he deleted the Luis account. Okay, where did I leave off? He shared private text and deleted the video. So the Luis situation where I was like, "I'm going to tell Luis," that was that. If that clears anything up. Sorry, I don't know if you heard my dog. Whew. Then he called me threatening suicide if I broke up with him after the Jessica stuff and Christina catfishing him came out. Here's the tea on that. After everything happened, well, he called me the night Jessica told everybody everything, and he was begging my forgiveness and everything else, but he had to keep going. So I guess he was talking to her too. I didn't talk to him for days, didn't answer any calls. Then weird numbers started calling me. And then he was like, "Jen, don't hang up." And I said, "Why?" He's like, "I've got a gun to my head." And he was like, "Christina catfished me." And I was like, "What?" So everybody was right. He's like, "Yeah, but don't tell anybody." He's like, she was pretending to be somebody else and sending me the wrong pictures, and I'm supposed to meet up at a casino with her to see what she looks like. And all this stuff. Like, so that's the tea on Christina. Like, he had a meltdown, you guys, when everybody found out. He had a meltdown. He felt so embarrassed. Um, all right, so there were so many times where, or then I would ask him specifically too when he said that. I'm like, do you need me to call the police? I'll send somebody to your home. No, because I'll do it then. I'll really do it then. So it was bad. I stayed quiet for so long because I was scared what he would do to himself.
I would really like the fucking receipts on that. You got all these receipts, right? You got all these receipts? I mean, I would like to hear that because I know that he did admit that he made that threat. But he was not the first one to do so. I'm pretty sure you sent him a picture of your cut open wrist. Yeah, that's you both were playing this sick ass fucking game with each other, and yet you're over here trying to look like you are so innocent, and he was just this big mean man who came in and took advantage of the nice innocent girl. No, we know better, bitch. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's continue listening to the perpetual victim, shall we?
I'm not a monster. Like, I hate the guy. I'll honestly say that. He's one of those people that you wish you never met. Like, I wish I never answered a DM. I want to clear up too, like, I remember when he was making those videos and deleting, he was like, I helped her with her channel. You told me about Fiverr that makes logos. You didn't help me with my channel. In fact, when you first DM'd me, you were thinking about making the Gorlic Bread channel, and I fully believe you used me to shout your channel out. And then once you started doing better than me, you became my competition, and you started doing weird things, Ryan. I would send you thumbnails saying, like, oh, I'm going to use this for, look at this thumbnail I got. Woohoo, I'm going to use this for my video. 2 seconds later, you uploaded a video using my thumbnail. I would ask you, Ryan, like, why'd you do that? That wasn't for you to use. And you're like, well, anybody could have got that exact picture. Anybody could have screenshotted that. Like, video ideas I would tell you I was going to do, you stole that. You had me on alert every time ALR posted. I had to tell you. That's why your ALR videos got up so fast. And I had to tell you what was going on. You never even watch Foodie for yourself. I know you stay on reaction channels and you watch other videos and you get ideas from people. Anyways, I'm sorry. I have all the texts with him threatening himself with guns. He came back on this platform to lie about me to subscribers and other creators and to talk about my child to people on here. All of it's getting back to me, Ryan. All of it. Just because you're not making a video on it, everything you're saying gets back to me.
To me, this seems like another manipulation tactic because she's getting choked up but not actually crying, you know what I mean? And she's only getting choked up when it comes to what she thinks people will be most upset about, which is her child. But you see, saying half of someone's first name is not doxing them. I don't know what planet you live on, but that's not how that works. And no one was trying to hurt your child. In fact, your child should have never, ever, ever been exposed to a man that you met on the internet and got engaged to on the internet. You don't know who the fuck it is, and if you saw these red flags, why the fuck are you involving your daughter in this situation? Why would you say, oh, by the way, your bonus daughter says goodnight, and we really hope we can talk to you by next weekend, when he wouldn't fucking answer you? You always do this. It's like you try to make a point when your point is not made or not received well, or it doesn't come off the way you want it to, you instantly go, boom, back to the kid, back to the kids. Like, kids are your shield. And that is fucking gross. And I know you would never, ever, ever admit to that, because I don't think you would ever even take the time to reflect upon what you have said and done and see that, because I feel like you are a lot like ALR and a lot like Foodie in the way that you have no um self-awareness. You're not self-aware. You think, ah, well, my only problem in this was getting my child involved. No, you made mistakes all the way through this, and you're still continuing to do so. And that's why I am making videos about you. That's why I kind of fucking loathe you these days. You gross me out, all right? All right, let's continue.
Um, okay. He came on this platform to lie about me to subscribers and other creators and to talk about my child to people on here and to try and take me down. I remember, you guys, there's somebody with a reaction channel with the name Anne, and I don't know what Anne, I have no idea, but I remember he told me he was supposed to do a collab with her, and her boyfriend got a bad vibe and said that they couldn't do it, and he would obsessively watch their channel to make sure that he was always doing better than them. And like I feel like he got kicked off the platform. We were like, no, we're not having this. We're not having this. Women protect each other. We're looking out for each other. You saw I was doing a little bit better now because I was honest. I said I messed up telling my child I was ever in a relationship. I owned my faults, and then I carried on. You haven't taken any accountability. You came back.
The only thing you took accountability for was quote unquote involving your child. And you said that he never talked to your child directly, that he only talked to her through you. And um, I don't fucking believe that. I truly don't. Why else would she say she loves him at 10 years old when she's never directly talked to him? That makes no goddamn sense. And you are trying to minimize your fault in this.
Back hoping that we were dumb and we all forgot. Well, we didn't forget. So I truly believe he's trying to take me down. Why do I have to stay silent, Ryan, when you have terrorized me? I had a moment once after you mentally abused me for 3 days, which was always he loved to punish me. That was the wording, punish. And I said I didn't want to be here anymore. Once. I said that once, you guys. And it was a moment, you know, when depression really kicks in and you feel like you're not doing anything right in life. I was always in trouble with Ryan. Like, I was in a situation where I had to move out from my roommate because I had a roommate at my other place and things weren't good. So, like, I don't know. It felt like everything was going wrong in my life. And you could probably notice it was reflecting on my channel because I wasn't as updated. Like, it was like if I made 1 or 2 videos, okay. But I had that thought once and I shared it with somebody I thought I was engaged to, mind you. He called me his soulmate.
Now, I'm sure with you being on alert, kind of, and the way that I have kind of explained her tactics throughout this video, I'm sure you can see what she's doing here with your. I thought we were engaged and I trusted him, and she's acting like this was her. She said he convinced me he was my soulmate, and just like the absolute fucking madness you have to live in to think that this is all normal and fine. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Yikes. All right, let's see if we can get through the rest of this real quick. This is driving me crazy. All right.
Um, so it was just really hard, you guys. I did that once. I said that once. It was a real feeling. I'm obviously still here. I'm in therapy, by the way, you guys. I take medication for my depression. Like, I did the work to change what was so messed up in my life.
Bitch, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. You may have moved a person or two out of your life, but you don't know what real accountability is, obviously, and you think that you have changed so much in the last this 2 months. First of all, it doesn't happen that quick, and second of all, I don't see it. I see that you've become, yes, more obsessive with posting about foodie, and instead of 1 or 2 videos a day. I don't know why you would think that's not plenty, but you're making 6 to 8 now. I guess that you think that's a sign of your good mental health. I disagree, but okay, let's keep going.
Um, why do I have to stay silent, Ryan, when you have terrorized me? I had a moment once after you mentally abused me for 3 days and said I didn't want to be here anymore once. And you held it over my head. You brought it up every day. That how dare I inconvenience you with that. With that. But do you know what? Do you know what you did? After everything happened, you threatened your life every day begging me to take you back. You were trying to silence me and my family. They knew I was depressed because in one of the texts he's telling my sister, Did you know that your sister said this and was depressed? My family knows and they support me and they're here for me. Like, you're not telling them anything they don't know because I'm not a liar like you. Your mom doesn't even know you have a YouTube channel. You used to tell me it's because she couldn't handle it. No, it's because you don't want your mom to see all this stuff. Your dad, however, I know searches your name all day and is proud of you. What? Are you proud of him, Mr. Moody? Are you proud of him now? I know you saw that Zachary Michael video and flipped out. Let's see. You were trying to silence me and my family. They knew I was depressed. That's why I got help. You threatened yourself with a gun and came back to YouTube. Maybe you should call the authorities. You can't be around all those guns when you just threatened your life and another creator. You know the creator that your dad found his video? You called him a slur and said he lives close to you and better watch out. Stop trying to scare me. Stop trying to silence me.
Right, this is a little delayed because I can't with her. But the way she says maybe you should take your guns to the authorities or whatever. He texted her that night that he had supposedly made that claim and said that he was having his dad take his guns. so that he didn't do anything that he might have regretted later. God, I hate that it sounds like I'm coming off like I'm defending this guy, because I'm fucking not. He's a piece of shit too. Make that real clear. He's a piece of shit too, but I think everyone's aware he's a piece of shit, whereas Breezy is kind of more effective at covering up her shittiness. And it's also a different kind of shitty. He's a creep. He's a womanizer. He's someone who doesn't have good morals when it comes to women or probably anything. She is claiming to be of moral superiority, but yet she is saying the only thing I'm accountable for in this situation is involving my kid. No, ma'am, you said he convinced me to move into an Airbnb. He convinced me we were going to move in with his mom. He convinced me we were soulmates. Why the fuck can't you take responsibility and say, I believed we were soulmates. I believed I was moving into this Airbnb to better our relationship. Still crazy as fuck. You're still talking about a dude that you haven't met, that you've known a few weeks, that you're engaged to online, and, you know, it's still batshit. But at least you could fucking take some responsibility for it, you know what I mean? And stop saying he convinced me, he convinced me, he convinced me. Nah, bitch, you made a choice. You made a very, very bad choice. A lot of them. And you have not taken accountability for them, even though you claim to, and that's why a lot of people are pissed the fuck off, because this is not accountability. This is shifting the blame, and it seems to be what you do. You've done it with him, you've done it with your mama, you've done it with Foodie, you've done it with, you know, I'm sure other people in your life. I don't know your personal life and don't want to. This, I know enough already.
Stop harassing my sister who needs all her attention to be on her son. And who cares if you bought me groceries once or twice? We were fake engaged. Tomorrow I will be busy going to the police station and finding a lawyer. I will be back Sunday. The last message is her showing me what he said and saying he called again. Thanks, Ryan, for making me get a lawyer with Christmas coming up. F you, Ryan Moody. I want to share that, you know, this is embarrassing for me to say, but I'm just going to say it. I had to move away from the roommate situation, and I needed to move fast. And he promised me we were going to buy a house together and convinced me to get an Airbnb in a city until we were going to buy a house. Do you know the second I moved out there, this is when everything started blowing up? And he convinced me to move far away from my family, you guys. Far away. So I was struggling for a bit in the beginning because he convinced me to move to a really expensive place. And by the way, I'm in my own place now and I'm happy, healthy. Me and my daughter are thriving. But I had to be in an Airbnb for a bit. So do you know how expensive it is to rent an Airbnb for 30 days? So I was hurting for money sometimes. But this is somebody I thought was my soulmate. I was buying a house with. I was engaged to. So who cares if I needed grocery help? This pizza I bought myself, by the way, from Blaze Pizza. Vegan. It was really good. So this is my proof, you guys. Oh, crap. Okay, let's try this again. I'm so upset that it's just, sorry. Okay, so this is a screenshot just proving we were engaged. She said, I said, that was sweet. You're almost done, my love. I know. Can you come here and let me take this ring and slide it on your finger and ask you the most important question I've ever asked anyone in my life? Of course, I said, swoon. God, I was an idiot. Then he would send me stuff like, I want you now. I want you forever. I want you as my wife until my final day. I said, baby, that was so beautiful. I love you forever. Barf. Then I showed him a Blaze Pizza, vegan pizza I was ordering. This is the message he sent my sister. Hello, this is Ryan. I'm reaching out regarding Jennifer because I'd prefer to keep things private. If you would prefer to keep things quiet, why in your comment section are you talking about me and Jessica supposedly bumming money off of you? Ryan, what money? You pay for your mom's shopping habits. Like, you said you take care of both your parents. You have to take care of them. You have a lawsuit against you. What money? What money? I could also say why you say your dad blows away all the money, but you know what?
She just said he has a lawsuit against him. Now, if it's a pending lawsuit, I'm pretty sure that's not public information. That, I don't know, that seems to me like it comes close to doxing? Huh. Weird. Alright, anyway. And all the information about his parents, all this shit, she is getting off on telling Ryan Moody's secrets. Know that.
I'm reaching out regarding Jennifer because I'd prefer to keep things private. However, she's putting messages and other things out. Messages? I'm not putting messages. I told somebody my story. When we have not talked in nearly 2 months. Ryan, when you were gone, I didn't talk about you. Since you've come back, all I've had to do is defend myself. Despite not contacting me, she is acting as if she can contact the police or get a restraining order. Why would I have to contact you to get a restraining order? You're contacting my family. Please understand, I am reaching out with good intentions. Oh, F you, Ryan, you're the devil. However, should she not immediately stop, I will have no choice but to forward the messages I have to the authorities. I will trust you with the messages below. I want nothing but the best for Jennifer going forward. Then why did you terrorize me and try and ruin my life, Ryan? You wanted my daughter to move into a house with your mom. You wanted me in your... I'm sorry, but like, this is a joke. I want nothing but the best for Jennifer. I'm so glad I never went out there. I'm glad my fear of flying kept me here. I dodged a bullet. I will trust you with the messages below. Okay, sorry. It said I will trust you with the messages below. Why, Ryan? You've shared all my messages with Jessica Messica. Nobody can trust you. Why should we? We don't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. I want nothing but the best for Jennifer going forward, so I would suggest you speak with her about no longer speaking about me. And then he shows me asking for help with Instacart because I have to have a certain amount of money for the Airbnb payment that you talked me into going to. And then I needed to save money for laundry. How is this? I thought this man, let's go back and look. I thought this man was my fiance. Aren't partners supposed to help each other? I was supposed to help him fix the gutters in his house.
You agreed to an online motherfucking engagement to a dude you've known a couple weeks. How is that on him? This shit's crazy, bro. Alright, I'm gonna let her get through this because I know some of you want to hear what she has to say and how she says it.
Because they were flooding his basement. He doesn't share that. I don't know. He said something about threatening my employment. No, I just said I know where you work. I also know that you have problems at work because you did this to a girl there. Anyways, I do not wish to pursue this legally or publicly, but she is leaving me no choice should this continue. I respect she had a child and know this would not look good. That's a threat. That's a threat. That's what this is. And then my sister
saying that, oh my God. He's saying, I respect she had a child and know this would not look good. That's why he's not trying to go public. I think that's what he's saying. That's why he's not trying to go public like you are, sharing everything. And after this, he totally did. He said, fuck it. Because you continue to do this shit. And honestly, like, you're both fucking dumb. You're both fucking dumb. And you need to learn to take accountability, and so does he. You both are shitty at it. So, anyway, it was not a threat, and her saying that he was threatening her regarding her child is another, it's another attempt to get people to protect her or go to her side or have sympathy for her, and it's bullshit. It's manipulation. It's fucking gross. It's not a fucking threat. And for you to say that to an audience of 9,000 people is fucking disgusting.
said he just called. I sent it to ignore because she did a copy and paste to show me all his messages. She said there were so many messages. I'm still getting some. There's so many calls. Like, come on. Anyways, you guys, like, I'm sick of him holding this over my head. I'm sick of carrying this burden. He can't come after me when he's done all this stuff. And if he tries, it doesn't matter because tomorrow I'm going to the police station. I'm going to see what I could do about getting a restraining order. I have messages of everybody sending me stuff that he's saying about me and my kid. In discords to other creators, to a bunch of people. I am armed with receipts. I know before he made me promise I was deleting my text messages after, I don't know, somewhere in between the Jessica and the Christina thing. So he thinks I don't have any receipts, but I do. I know I sent a lot of things to my mom. We're ready. And my sister's going to see what she could do too. He can't keep harassing her. His mom doesn't know Ryan does YouTube, and I haven't even contacted her. I haven't contacted you at all, Ryan. You're the one who was calling me from fake numbers and burner numbers. So I'm going to go on your mama's panel and talk about this further, you guys. I picked your mama's platform to go on because he's involved in both communities, in the Madden world, in our world now. Whether you like him or not, you know, if I can get this story shared and warn other people, that's like the important message here. He uses his platform to prey on women. When he first contacted me, it was through the Ryan Moody platform on his Twitter, yapping at me about his huge channel, everything else. He created GORLICBREAD after we'd been talking. Just keep that in mind, okay? I need your support right now. I need your positivity, your love, your hugs. I don't ask for it often, but just right now, I really need it. Thank you, guys.
Look at the dates that it started in September. Oh, these are from September. This video was put out November 11th. So that's that. She's You know, she's a victim, guys. She's just a victim with the daughter. She's a mama bear. Such fucking bullshit, dude. Yes, he did use his platform in a gross way. Yes, it is great that you get that message out there. Did you have to be so fucking spiteful doing it? No. Do I understand a little of the spite? Yeah, but I do. I do. Yes, I do. But, ma'am, you're an almost 40-year-old woman. Take some fucking accountability, would you? Just take some accountability. Stop saying the only place where you fucked up is bringing your kid into it, because that is a bunch of bullshit. With everything else, you said, he convinced me, he convinced me, he convinced me, he convinced me. You are not some delicate little flower. You are a grown ass woman who used to do things that were very, very naughty. Okay? Some of us know more about your past than you fucking think, dude. All right, you guys. I'm going to end this here.